All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. I'm a board member for Ear Community. Thank you so much, Melissa. This has been such a wonderful experience planning such a great event with all of you. I was born with Microtia and Atresia of my left ear, and I'm really excited for today because I am especially happy about National Microtia Awareness Day because it brings such a sense of community. And I know throughout the majority of my life, I felt very alone having Microtia and Atresia and not knowing anybody who did. And it was definitely a struggle to go through, not being able to hear, not having a hearing device, not knowing what cholesteatoma is, and a lot of the stuff that I went through. But when I found Ear Community and Melissa right before a big surgery that I was getting ready to have, it really was life-changing. And it brought out so much confidence, and it changed a lot of the way that I lived on a daily basis. So I'm so thankful for tomorrow because it reminds me that I have this whole community of people to talk to and reach out to and to celebrate something special with. So I'm going to begin today by introducing Melissa Tumblin and Allie Tumblin, both the founder and co-founder and executive director of Ear Community Organization. And Melissa's going to catch you up on some really exciting things about Ear Community this year.
Okay, so let me go get Allie. Hold on.
And thank you all so much for being here today. It really means a lot. I know it's so exciting to see everybody on, and it just feels great.
Okay.
Hi, Allie.
I'm Susan. Come here, stand in front of me. Hey everyone. I think most of you know Allie. These are all your friends in the community. There's people in here that are friends for years from all over the world. There's Rachel. Look at this. How cool is this? So believe it or not, everyone, Allie is now 11 years old. And we started Ear Community 10 years ago. It's crazy how time flies so quickly. And, you know, I always tell everyone I've learned so much from Allie. I truly have. Learning about her hearing loss, learning about her little ear. Do you want to show your little ear? Allie's little ear. And, you know, we embraced who we are. Our children are perfect and beautiful in every way. And over the years, I've had a lot of people join who are they're scared. They feel very lonely. Do you want to say bye to everyone? She wants to play with one of her friends. I'm so sorry.
Wait, say hi.
Hi, Jameson.
Come here.
Say Jameson wanted to say hi. All right, you can go.
And I know. Kids have a very short attention span. So thank you, Al. And so, you know, we've had families join over the years, children, teens, young adults, and older individuals. And it's so different across the board. Some of them never knew that what they have is called Microtia and Atresia. Some of them, they don't know about a hearing aid yet, or how maybe that could help them hear a little bit better. And so some of them really struggle with depression and fitting in. Some of them feel discriminated against on the job, whether it's their hearing loss or just simply having a little crooked smile or missing an ear or two. And so our community, we've embraced everybody. I remember when Allie was born, we felt very alone, and I did not want anyone to ever feel alone again. And for the past decade, we have just been able to bring thousands of people together, and we are a family. The kids see someone just like themselves. Adults are able to talk as well and compare, you know, did you try that hearing device? What did you think? because I think I might need one. I can't hear as well anymore. Or in Rachel's situation, she had a cholesteatoma removed. This wasn't something she ever saw coming down the road for her, but sometimes things happen. And when things like that happen, it can absolutely disrupt your hearing. So it's nice to know there's technology and all of this information available. And I wanted to make sure everybody knew about it, knew about all their options and in one spot. My cats are clawing at the door, trying to get in. So it's a full house over here, everyone. But your community turned 10 this year, and we're so proud. It has been quite a journey. It's been amazing. We've met so many people, and it's wonderful. And I hope that everyone who finds our community enjoys what they have found and appreciates what we have, because 10 years ago, we didn't really have anything out there. There were bits and pieces of information here and there online, but not an entire community. So anyways, I just wanted to say hi. Thank you, Rachel. You guys got to see Allie for a brief second. Sorry about that. I'm sitting here today in my National Microtia Awareness shirt with my ear community mug that our friend Priscilla designed. And you know what, Priscilla, I'm wearing the blue ear community Baja socks today. So I have it all. I bought a pillow. I have a tote bag. I am ready for tomorrow. So I'm excited. Let's get this show on the road, Rachel.
All right. So we're going to begin today with a wonderful live music performance from Noelle Smith. Noelle was born with Microtia and Atresia, and she's incredibly talented. I had the honor of meeting her last year at the Vanderbilt Ear Community Picnic. So without further ado, we present Noelle.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hi everyone. If I haven't met you before, I'm Noelle. Yeah, I was born with right Microtia Atresia. I have headphones on, but I'll show you real quick. I can't see if you got a good view, but definitely got a lot of noise in the process. But yeah, I was born with right Microtia Atresia. My mom tells the story about how the doctors told her, and she said, "Is it life-threatening?" And they said no, and she was like, "All right," and moved on. And the main way that it's affected me is I just can't locate sound. My friends usually stand on this side of me, and it can get really hard to like understand speech in crowded places. But other than that, I've been really fortunate. I haven't needed aid. Hi Jameson. I'm fortunate that I haven't needed aid so far. And cosmetically, I personally don't want a cosmetic change because I don't know, I've grown to love it. And I know that's not everybody's case, but I love how unique it makes me. So yeah, I guess I'll sing a song for you. This is a song I wrote called New Girl. I actually just released this recently. So whatever you listen to music on, you could go find this if you wanted to. Yeah, I'll get started. Hey, new girl, I thought we'd be friends. No, I don't really know you, but I used to know him. Hey, new girl, hear me out. Don't look too far ahead, or you'll miss some things now. Hey, new girl, you've taken what used to be my world. No hard feelings here, he's all yours. Every heartbreak runs its course. And I know he's dreaming we have more in common than You'll give and he'll take, and you'll stay until he's gone, moving on to a new girl. Don't take it personal when you're in love. It's hard not to think he's magical. And I'll be the first to say, I know the taste is sweet, and the few times it don't hurt will make you never wanna leave. But it's okay, new girl, you've taken what used to be my world. No hard feelings here, he's all yours. Every heartbreak runs its course. Oh, I know he's dreamy. We have more in common than you think. You'll give and he'll take, and you'll stay until he's gone, moving on to a new girl. Soon you'll be old news, girl. You've got so much to lose, girl. Can't you see that he'll take it? I'm telling you, you're gonna get used. So tell me why, new girl, you're letting him rip out your whole world. I can tell by the look in your eyes, is you're clinging for dear life. Oh, and I know he's dreaming. Oh, we have more in common than you think. I gave all I had, yeah, you'll stay until he's gone. It's too late once you catch on. Take it from me, girl. Losing him hurts like hell. I just hope you know he's not worth losing yourself.
Wow. Noelle, that was incredible.
Thank
So
you.
excited. I mean, you brought tears to my eyes.
Thanks so much. Yeah, that's something I just released on an EP. So if you want to listen to that with some like electric guitar, some piano added on top, yeah, you can look that up.
That was really amazing. And can you tell us your Instagram page, or write it in the chat so that we can all, look up your music and check it out?
Absolutely, yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna type this in, but you can find me anywhere by searching Noelle Smith Music, and I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, and also like I love talking about Microtia and my baby ear, and just love the whole community. So I always tell people like absolutely do not be afraid to ask questions. I'm someone that's, gone through the public school system, and I'm in college now. I'm a music major. So, if especially if you're a parent and you might be a little nervous about your kid going through school, I can absolutely talk to you about that, and love answering questions and talking about it all day. So.
Thank you so much, Noelle. If you would love to put your email in there too, if anybody wants to reach out. And I just want to tell you too, you're very inspiring with the tattoo behind your ear. I remember you said it is a rest sign for musicians out there who know that, and because you can't hear, right?
Yeah, it's got a few meanings, but yeah, it's a rest sign to kind of show that it's silent on that side. So maybe if somebody's trying to talk to me, they might understand why I'm not responding, and also just kind of a reminder to like rest and relax and stuff like that. So I
think that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing this day with us today. You're incredibly talented.
Thank you for having me.
We're really thankful. Thank you, Noelle.
Thank you, Noelle.
Okay, guys, so that was Noelle Smith, and next we have a really fun part of our ear community party today. So I know have you all seen the post on Facebook and Instagram about animals who are born with Microtia and Atresia? I'm not sure if you've seen that, but it definitely makes a lot of people feel better because I know that it's been challenging. Sometimes mothers have expressed feeling like they have caused, Microtia and Atresia in their child, but we know now that animals actually can be born with Microtia and Atresia. Today, without further ado, we have Val Johnson and Melissa and Jameson McClellan, um, who are going to be showing their animals who have little ears. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, so Moon is not, she is a typical cat, so I might not have her for very long here. But she has a little ear just like Jameson on the same side. She does not like to be contained. She's out of here. But she has a cute little ear. I might be able to get her talked into coming back. She's kind of like, there you go. Yeah, she's like, maybe. Yeah. I took her away from Jameson's video game.
So Melissa, how did you and Jameson find your kitty with the little ear?
Well, we had cats for a long time and they had passed away after 23 years. And so we were kind of like, maybe, maybe not. And then somebody, there's an animal shelter maybe like an hour away. And somebody tagged me in a post of her because she got surrendered. So we went and got her.
That's awesome.
How could we not go get her?
Right. So when Jameson saw the cat with the little ear, did it make him feel, or did he love saying that he had a little ear and the cat does?
Oh, well, when we showed up, they said, do you know what you're here for? And he pointed to his ear and he said, we're here for the cat that has an ear like mine.
Oh, that's so
like,
sweet.
Are you sure you want her? And he was like, we came all this way for her. So we went and got her. But while we were there, I don't know if everybody saw the white one that keeps traipsing around. He's ready to make a debut. He has half a tail. So we were there and she was like, nobody wants either one of them because something's wrong with them. He'd been there for 1.5 years. So I was like, well, put him in the car too. So.
Hey, Melissa, can you smile pretty for me while I get a picture of you? Thank you.
So we took them both home, but now that she is here, she is truly Jameson's cat. If I were to, she never leaves his side, no matter where he goes. If he plays video games, she's sitting next to the screen. If he's in the chair, she's behind his neck. If he's in the shower, she's in the bathroom. Yeah, she
loves it.
The house. If he starts singing, she starts rubbing all over him.
Aww.
Loves him. So she was a good find.
Well, thank you so much for sharing him with it. I think it just makes us all feel better too, seeing some animals with Microtia. So thank you for that. And we also have Val Johnson on here, and I haven't met Val before, but I've met her via email. So hi, Val. She has a dog named Otto, and I'd love for you to show us Otto and tell us a bit about him.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me. My name is Val. I have a Microtia. I have the right ear Microtia. I have an implanted Baja that I've had for about 7 years now. And this is Otto. He's being bribed with treats. Can you sit up for us, buddy? Otto has a little ear on his left side, actually. I might get him to come a little bit closer to see if you guys can kind of see that.
Aww.
But a lot of fur, and there's his little ear. And then if I can get him to turn. Oh, come here, bud. Sorry.
That's okay.
Come here, bud. And then you can kind of see he's got a floppy little right ear. His is regular. So he's got a big ear for his right ear and a little ear for his left. And I'm the opposite. And a friend of a friend told me a couple of years ago, shortly after he was born, that they had this puppy and they were looking for a forever home for him. But because of his difference, they were having a challenge finding a forever home for him. And as soon as I heard about him, I knew he needed to come live with me. And so we adopted Otto, and he's been with us for about 1.5 years now. He's not very old. He's still quite a puppy.
Oh, he's really cute. Thank you so much for sharing him with us today, Val.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here.
Val, can I get a picture real quick with you smiling with Otto?
I will try my best for you, Melissa. Can you sit? You sit? Let's see if we can smile. Come on. Look over here.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Did you get it? Come here.
I've got enough, I believe. And Val, I just want to say I'm sharing your video that you helped us make years ago today, because it's the day just before National Microtia Awareness Day. So I've started posting our video on Facebook again. So
I love it. I love it.
Rachel, I have no idea how to post a video to Instagram. So
I'll
I don't
help
know.
you with
Maybe
it.
you can help us later.
I will. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you, Val. Thank you, guys. Animals with Microtia. That's awesome. All right. So next, I'm really thrilled today that this wonderful woman is here. Her name is Priscilla Soros, and she is an amazing, incredible artist. She makes beautiful artwork of Microtia and Atresia. She made one of Allie, of this incredible video of Allie. I think it was 1 year or 2 ago, Melissa, or a few years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And she also has recently illustrated a book about people who are hard of hearing and with little ears and cochlear implants. And so today I would love to introduce Priscilla. She is going to be reading us one of her books and also showing us some Microtia art. So hello, Priscilla.
Hello. I think I have an iPad and an iPhone. So now I have my voice saying twice. I was supposed to, I think you unmuted my iPad and I wanted to talk through my iPhone. Can you switch it or no?
Yes. Do you just want to be unmuted for your iPad?
Yeah, iPhone. My iPad is just.
Okay. You are now muted on your iPad. Just your iPhone should be working. Priscilla?
Okay, now you can hear me, right?
Yes, and we can
so much better. Yeah, because I had my Bluetooth with my iPhone and then I was using the iPad for the chat so I could work here from the studio. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Rachel. So nice to see so many beautiful faces. Just a little bit about my background. I have cholesteatoma, and I found out when I was a teenager, and I lost all the hearing on my right side, and I have a conductive hearing loss on my left. So I've been wearing ponchos for a long time. So I don't have Microtia or Atresia, but, throughout the years, mainly after my second son, who was born deaf, and now he wears cochlear implants, I started meeting other children and other people with Microtia and Atresia. So when I decided to bring the hearing loss theme to my artwork, I wanted to portray as many people as possible and as many stories of hearing loss as I could. So one of the first pieces that I did related to Microtia and Atresia was of Allie, the little puppet doll that I did of her looking out the window, looking out for all the people with Microtia and Atresia, because I was so inspired by their story and what they were doing with the ear community. So, and then after that, I just kept on, using this special date to keep portraying that. And I have some of my artwork back here, but today I wanted to show you guys a book that was written by Stephanie Marufo, and she has a son who wears hearing aids, and she approached me and asked me if I wanted to illustrate this book, which is all about the different ways that people can hear. And it's made for preschoolers. And I told her I absolutely wanted to be a part of that, because part of my goal with my art is to really portray as many different stories as possible and show people that there are many different ways that people can hear. So what she was telling me about what she wanted to do with this book was just right on to where I wanted to be with my art. So I said yes, and we created this first book. So it was my first book that I ever illustrated, and it's super cute and adorable, and I would love to read to you guys today.
Awesome. Thank you, Priscilla.
Sure. All right. So it's called All the Ways I Hear You. I hope the lighting is not. And here we go. And here's the first part right there. And it says, "Hi, I'm Sai. I'm hard of hearing, which is why I'm excited to show you how I hear and introduce my friends and our hearing gear." So in here, we kind of show all the friends that he has, and each one of them has a different experience with hearing. So what gears do you recognize? These are my hearing aids. Aren't they neat? They make quiet sounds louder, so I don't miss a beat. This is my big sister, Cora. She helps me out a lot. We play with our friends, practice new words, and she looks out for me no matter what. Aren't brothers and sisters the best? Now here we go. Sarah's gear is on a soft band. See that little gadget by her ear? Without it, sounds are muffled. With it, everything is clear. So she is the one that has a little microtia ear right there. And then we have Quentin's cochlear implants. Are super cool things. Imagine having computers inside of your ears. Isn't that amazing? And all these children are based on kids that they actually know. So representing different people here. My friend Hunter says he hears with his eyes. Sometimes he responds with his voice, but he loves using his signs. This sign means I love you. Eleanor is hearing. Her parents are deaf. Dad fixes cars and Mom is a chef. Sometimes when it's noisy, like at a parade, she wears a microphone to talk into Daddy's aides. And actually, Mom in here also has a microtia ear right there. How does Wesley hear you? He is blind as well as deaf. With sign language picture boards and a tablet, he never has to guess. And hearing is different for me and my crew. Maybe your hearing is different too. There are many ways to hear, and one thing is true. The best way to hear is the way that works best for you. Oops, there you go. Hey! So that's the cute little story that Stephanie came up with, and I just love it. This is dear to my heart, guys.
Priscilla, thank you so much. That was beautiful. That's such a beautiful book.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. It is a beautiful
Amazing,
book.
like, you know, to change the world by putting that out there. And so one of my hopes for a book that amazing is to really educate children who are also not hard of hearing. Because I remember growing up, it was very difficult to be asked all the time, why can't you hear? What's wrong with your ear? You know,
Right.
things such as this. And I think it's so inspiring to see a book like this for everybody to be educated on all the ways that everybody else can hear. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I will be putting a link in there and how to get the book. You can get it on Amazon. Thank you for asking. And my website has the link to everything, so I'll just send it to you guys. It's myluckyears.com. My Lucky Ears. I have an accent, so I put it all together. Ears and ears. So this way I don't have to have a problem with my speech anymore. It's myluckyears.com. So it's over there, so I'll put it up. Yes.
Priscilla, could you hold the book up again and smile pretty for me?
Okay.
Thank Okay, talk to the screen so you pop up again, Priscilla.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Can you see me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. And I was wondering, while we're in your studio right now, can we see a few of, I see this beautiful piece behind you and this piece of a girl next to you. Could you tell us a little bit about
Yeah, so I have, this one is the one that I did last year. It's, you know, so a lot of my pieces have wings on the ears. It was my way of representing a disability that's considered invisible. You know, we can't really, I mean, a lot of times, mainly when you have a hearing loss like me, people don't even notice that I have a hearing loss. I'm like, well, live with me and you will know. But I do, you know, and it is significant. So my way of putting that into the art was by putting the wings on the ears. So I did that with a lot of my characters. So I wouldn't just have to put the gears on, because not always we're wearing gears. So I just wanted to have that. So this is a Microtia elf. And the little butterflies are actually made out of cold porcelain clay that are glued in there. So they're a little bit 3D on it. So, and then I have this little girl that I made for the November calendar. It's a puppet doll, and she has the Microtia butterfly on her nose and on her hand. And I was creating a calendar every month representing a different type of hearing loss, depending on what was going on in that month. But then COVID hit and I had to cancel my project for now. I paused it, but you know, this was the scene that I created with her. So, so I would photograph the scene to be a page of the calendar that I was doing. And she was the first one that I started with. I wanted to share this one because this is one of my really started to first portray my own experiences with my hearing loss. This was one of the sculptures that I did, and very first ones, and it's called Out of Words. And you can see her little ears are hanging on the top in there. I don't know if you can tell, but they're up there. And you know, it was me dealing with my struggles with communication and, you know, putting myself out there. So I felt like I really didn't have a way to express myself. I felt stuck. So that was me trying to first liberate that, you know, feeling. And here we go. Another one is a self-portrait of me with my abutment, which is something that I never really see in any art. So just really putting many different ways of, you know, expressing the story. So some of the stories are based on me, but then I just took on and really started sharing more and more of other people's work as well. This one, it's the watercolor of Ali's looking out for Microtia, watercolor that I did based on that sculpture piece that was purchased by Audicon, so I don't have it anymore. Anyways, all I have is a very original whimsical ponto that I did for her the very first time, but then when Audicon purchased, they wanted a device that looked a little more like the real ponto today, so I kept the little ladybug Baja that I made for her. So that's all I have so far of her. Anyways, that's some of the works that I have here right now.
Well, Priscilla, I'm glad you kept the ladybug. I've always loved the ladybug. And thank you for wearing your Awareness Day ribbon as well.
Yes.
And, just thank you for, you know, bringing people's stories, not just to life, because they are from real individuals with hearing loss, but sharing it and getting it out there and promoting awareness. And, you know, it's just amazing what you do. I love all your artwork. And thank you for helping your community promote awareness as well about Microtia and Atresia. And for those of you who are on today who may not know, yeah, there's a real Microtia butterfly. The butterfly doesn't have Microtia, but there's a real species that was termed Microtia because it's a dwarf-sized butterfly. The butterfly is just smaller in size. And the butterfly can be found in certain parts of the world, like in Australia, and actually in the deserts of California. And so I always tell families that all of our children are beautiful butterflies.
Yeah.
Their ears look like little butterflies when they're closed, like the wings. So it's a real thing. And the butterflies are also incorporated into your community's banner on our website and at our events as well.
They're super cute. And if just one last thing, if you guys join my newsletter, because every once in a while I run campaigns where I tell people to send me their stories of hearing loss so I can portray. You know, I don't ask for anything. If you like the painting later and you want to purchase a print, you can do that. But all I want to do is just share the stories online and let people know of the different types of hearing loss that can be out there. So I always want to, you know, kind of find out what it is that, you know, brought you here today and made who you are. So yeah, so that's a fun thing to do as well that I do maybe once or twice a year.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. We really appreciate everything.
Thank you.
All right, so before I introduce our next part, I wanted to introduce my husband to all of you, Michael, and I just wanted him to say hi because he is amazing and has helped me so much for today and do a lot of things for ear community. So I'm really thankful for him, and I just wanted him to say hi. Hi. So,
Both
okay.
of you smile pretty. Smile, both of you, please. Thank you. Hi, Michael.
Hey.
Thanks for helping Rachel. You're awesome.
Yeah, I didn't do much help. She does it all.
Okay, guys, so next I would love to introduce someone who is also very inspirational online to the Microtia and Atresia community and a lot of other communities. His name is Pete. He's from Pete's Diary. Pete is a musician. He's phenomenal, and he's also a motivational speaker. So I love reading his Instagram posts because he really inspires me with his messages about all of us being different and to promote kindness and compassion. So Pete today, I heard, has a special song that he wrote particularly for this event, and I'm thrilled for him to be here. So welcome, Pete.
Hi,
Hey.
thank you.
I'm Pete's mom.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi, Dee Dee. Yeah, I'm the mom. So he was gonna play the new song, but he thought maybe he'd rock you guys out a little bit with maybe an AC/DC song.
Yes, yes.
Do some like get up and move a little.
We would love that.
The new song is an acoustic, so
Yeah, it's like an acoustic piece.
why don't you do some
plug in really quick?
yeah,
Okay.
power
It's
us up.
to finally meet you guys and like
I know.
on social media.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's we're getting there. We're getting closer. We'll do the virtual and then hopefully someday in person.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Pete, for being here.
Pete's excited because AC/DC is having a new album out. It comes out Friday, right?
Yeah.
He's a little AC/DC obsessed right now.
Been waiting for a while.
And obviously Peter has golden heart syndrome, so he's got left Microtia Atresia, and he has a Baja 5.
Mhm.
And you've got, I think you got that when you're 15. He's 20, so he's had about 5 years.
Mhm.
And his is with the attract system, so it's magnetic, and he likes to stick magnetic stuff to his head.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yes. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
right?
Pete, that
Okay.
was just fantastic. Wow, I'm speechless.
So I would have been dancing, but you know, it embarrasses him. Okay, I haven't even heard this entire song, like all together.
Let's see if I can.
I'm excited.
We're excited.
Okay.
You guys hear him okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're good. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, first time I'm trying this one. Let's see if I remember the lyrics. Started out a day, just like any of the rest. But those eyes, they keep on staring. They cause us so distressed. They keep on staring. I roll my eyes inside. They keep on staring, 'cause my ear ain't by my side. The young boy at the store was looking for the score. But when my earless head walked by, his jaw dropped in surprise. He kept on staring. I roll my eyes inside. I kept on staring, 'cause my ear ain't by my side. Finished all my day. Now it's time to rest. Those eyes they kept on staring, sent shivers up my back. They kept on staring. I closed my eyes and sighed. I wish they'd stop staring and ease my worried mind.
That was amazing. Wow. Pete, thank you so much for writing that song. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration of that one in particular?
Well, it fits in pretty perfectly with this. I mean, it's Microtia, you know. I mean, the lyrics, started out my day just like any of the rest. But those eyes, they keep on staring. They cause me some distress. You know, it's that kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, I could totally
I'll
relate
hear
to
the
that.
lyrics or something, because I don't know if you could hear your voice
Yeah,
very well.
I know. I'm still
I
working.
could hear it. I'm very much amazed by it. And, thank you. And Pete, can you tell us a little bit about maybe how it feels to be kind of an inspirational, motivational person on social media?
Well, it's so cool because you're like just the messages you get sometimes from people that have Microtia. Sometimes they find the page and they'll send a message and they'll be like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, you have no idea how much this is helping, or how much this has made my day. And it really makes you feel good. It's so cool.
It keeps you going, right? It's I mean, just yesterday there was a lady that messaged and said she has facial paralysis and double microtia, and she struggled with self-esteem issues her whole life, and her boyfriend found Peter's page, and she says, thank you for doing this, it's given me some extra boost of confidence, and we've had countless other messages like that, similar, and I was like, you got to join the ear community tomorrow. So I don't know if she's on, but yeah. So it's just that, finding community and knowing you're not alone. And this is a great organization you've built up.
Aw, thank you.
When Peter was born, it was before social media, so it's hard to find. I mean, it's easier now, but you still have to have the courage to reach out and connect. And I mean, Children's Craniofacial Association is another charity that we got involved with right away when you were like 4. So it made a big difference in our lives for him to grow up knowing he wasn't alone, and to meet other kids with Golden Heart Syndrome and Treacher Collins and Pfeiffer Syndrome and APERT and all that. And, you know, this community is doing the same thing. It's, you know, it's reminding you you're not alone. And then the advocacy for the insurance coverage. Oh yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah, because I fought in insurance with the state and all that, you know.
Well, we are very proud of you, Pete. And yes, Dee Dee, it was so nice to connect with you on the phone talking about Allie's Act. Thank you for supporting this piece of legislation as well and writing to your local lawmakers, because everyone has a story. You know, our children need these devices and insurance providers just will not cover them. It's very disappointing. But Pete, you are an absolute role model. And we've been following you for quite some time. And this was such a treat today and such an honor to have a song written for your community. That was amazing. Can I get a quick picture of the two of you smiling together? Thank you.
And we'll share I'll send the lyrics.
Oh, cool.
And if you guys, Pete, if you can also post your Instagram page, your name on there. I think it's Pete's Diary, but just in the chat, because I personally love following you, and I'm sure that, you know, a lot of other people will as well.
There it is. Yeah, petesdiary.com, and there's a presentation on their website in the chat for everyone to see. Awesome.
Yeah, it's similar to what we would do. We do a lot of school assemblies normally, but we aren't in normal times. So we're missing that, but it's a presentation like we would give to schools. So, and actually I just shared it on Instagram today because I feel like maybe people need it to try to bring some hope and positivity with COVID resurging and everything again. It's really.
Well, I would love to share that presentation tomorrow on National Microtia Awareness Day. So our group is going to have a bunch of posts coming in, people posting their pictures and their shirts, and medical professionals hosting clinics all over the world and just supporting our day. So I'll also share your link as well.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. And I have a post for tomorrow too, but I'm going to try to get a good recording of that song to post for tomorrow, where you can hear, like, you can use the PA and stuff. So
well, we would love that. It was awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, guys. So our next presentation, Melissa, I just want to confirm with you, we are not sure if they were able to make it due to a sickness.
I do not see Heidi on here. Heidi is my only employee that I have for your community, and she knows American Sign Language, and her daughter Rosalie was born also with Microtia and Atresia. And she was going to put together a little video for us that just simply said some cute things on for Microtia awareness, like I'm missing an ear, but signing that. And I don't know sign well enough to do that, and Heidi is sick. So she was unable to join us today. So I'll just put this out there. Does anybody know sign language well enough that could just give us some 3 quick phrases signed that say, I know there's not an interpretation for National Microtia Awareness Day, but maybe say I have a little ear or missing ear, or simply like, we love little ears, like how to sign that. Is there anybody on that maybe could just throw out 3 quick little ASL phrases? If not, that's okay. We've had this all lined up and we do the best we can. So I know most
Hello
of our—
from Maryland. I know.
Oh,
Hi.
hi.
Hi, this is another Melissa. I think you have to be named Melissa to speak. I'm joking. My daughter Beatrice is 5 years old and she has Microtia. And I did take some ASL classes a couple years ago, and I know the sign for hearing loss that I'm having there. So you make an H and it's hearing loss. You just kind of tap your hand side to side, and that's what the sign for hearing loss is.
Awesome. Melissa, do you have any more up your sleeve? That's awesome.
No, just mom.
Yeah, I know most of our community, if you're not deaf at first, you end up hearing through a hearing device or you're hard of hearing. So some of us start out with baby sign and then the rest of us really become quite vocal with the hearing devices or one ear. So thank you. We so appreciate that, Melissa. And it's great to see you again. I miss seeing you guys. So awesome. Okay. Well, if we don't have anyone else that can sign, that is perfectly fine.
Oh, Priscilla.
Oh, do we? Priscilla.
Hi. So when my son was in preschool, we were learning C sign, and then he transitioned to ASL. So I'm much more of a C signer than an ASL, but a lot of it is very similar. So I know, for example, little ears, you can do small, little, small, and ears, you just point at the ears, you know, so little ears. That's one. What was the other one that you were asking for?
It's like we have little ears or I don't know,
so
sign for microtia awareness or awareness.
I think you would have to finger spell, yeah, for the microtia. Yeah, I don't think there's an actual sign for that, but you know, I mean, we can say we, us, we, you know, love, you know, little ears.
Awesome.
or you can finger spell microtia. Yeah. So yeah, that's as far as I go. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Priscilla and Melissa.
Celebrate.
So before I introduce our next guest, I wanted to first point out that in the chat, if you scroll all the way up to the first message, and I can resend it, for everybody who lives in the United States, we have a link that you can click on to enter for a giveaway for a National Microtia Awareness Day edition of the Allies Act bracelet or mask chain made by our next guest, who's going to be speaking about Allies Act and about her creations. So I just wanted to, I'm going to share it again right now before I introduce. So you guys are welcome to enter. All right, so without further ado, this wonderful woman, Katie Shear, is going to talk to us today about Allies Act and about what she's been doing to help and her amazing creations that she has on Instagram right now. So thank you so much, Katie, for being here today.
Hi, thank you for having me. Can y'all, I guess y'all can hear me.
Hi, Katie. Hi, Andrew.
Hello. We had JJ on here, but I don't know if anybody noticed, but he had lunch and then he fell asleep. So he's over, passed out in the mama reel. Anyway, so I know like I think Alma has purchased a bracelet and a couple other people. But anyway, so JJ was born in June, June 9. We didn't know, I mean, like most people, we didn't know until he was born that he had microtia. I don't know. I get kind of the same. I think, who was it? Their mom. I think it was the girl that had sang, and she said kind of her mom's reaction was, "Is it life-threatening? No. Okay, cool, awesome, we're good." And that was pretty much how we handled it. We connected with Melissa a couple weeks ago through, I know we've already touched on like the whole insurance thing, but we were denied his BAHA through insurance with the letter that they sent was actually saying that it was like medically unnecessary. They considered it medically unnecessary and to explore other treatment options. So it's been a road, but we found your community help. I mean, it's been amazing. And so through all that and then learning about Allies Act, I felt like I wanted to do something to be able to help. So I started making these. They're like elastic bracelets. They're just on like a stretchy string. And they say, or is that backwards? Allies Act on them. And I have I've bought a bajillion different beads. I've got gold, I have silver. I've got like pearls that are really pretty, like in between each. And then I've got like different, I have white with like colored letters. I've got like black with white letters. I like to craft and I go a little overboard at Hobby Lobby, so I have a lot of different options. And then, oh yeah, and I've also made like a men's version, so it's got like pewter letters and yeah, I was gonna say you can't really. It's a little bit more manly, so it's like pewter with like the silver and black. But anyway, so I've been selling them. They're $15 a bracelet. I'm keeping 5 just to cover like cost of beads and like ship, to mail them to people. And then for each bracelet, $10. I'm doing like a lump sum donation at the end of every month back to your community. And I'm really excited to say, because actually we just tallied a little bit ago, and we have already raised $1,250. So it's
Gosh.
busy. But it's been awesome. I think I've made so far about like 60 bracelets ish. And then I had thought about starting the mask chains, but I haven't gone down that road yet of selling them just because they're a little bit more time intensive. I don't know if anybody has seen like mask chains in the store or whatever. But they're really nice because it keeps you from forget, like if you're running errands, going in and out, like from the grocery store in the car or whatever, it keeps you from like forgetting your mask. Or like where I work at a retail, like a small boutique. So like whenever we don't have customers, we don't wear our masks like around each other. So we can just like wear them on our neck, and it's easy because that way like we don't like, forget where we put it or whatever. So anyway, Rachel had contacted me to do something for this event, and I thought I'd donate a bracelet, but then I thought also I would donate a mask chain. And I bought beads for it, and I was going to go ahead and make it to show it, but then I thought if like a guy won the raffle, then obviously he's not going to want like a gold mask chain with like Swarovski crystals on it. So I've waited to make it in case, depending on who wins. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much my spiel. And I'm selling my Instagram. I'll type it in the chat. But it's at KT, and it's my maiden last name. It's Olszewski. And to pay for them, people have either like check or cash, like if you see me in person, which obviously I'm like not seeing any of you in person. But on Venmo, I'm just managing it all through there. And I'll put my Venmo name in the chat too. I think that's pretty, and I am, especially now, because I don't know if I'm going to get like a bunch of orders or not that I'm like saying you have to buy a bracelet, but I am running, it's like about 2-ish weeks by the time you order to get a bracelet, just by the time to make it and then ship it out. And I normally craft on like Sundays because my dad's here, so he can babysit while I'm crafting. So yeah, I think that's pretty much.
Well, Katie, we appreciate everything you and Andrew and JJ are doing and your family, especially to help advocate for insurance coverage for these devices.
Yeah.
For everyone that's on, what Katie was saying before is not only were they denied by a major private insurance provider, I'll just say it, United Healthcare, they were then denied again after their appeal. And then Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, you switched jobs, Andrew, to try and get...
I switched. It wasn't for the insurance. It just happened to be around that time, and then the new insurance firm also denied it.
Yes, isn't this crazy? I mean, so this is what we have been fighting for the past decade with families in our support group. They just cannot get these devices for their children. And then, just like you said, Katie, for an ENT and audiologist to say this is medically necessary, the child would absolutely benefit from this device. And then for an insurance provider to just call the shot and come back and say, well, we don't see it being medically necessary, is terrible. And it's so frustrating because some people are covered and some people are not. It's just not consistent. And we all pay into insurance for things like this. And it's not okay and it's not acceptable. So we appreciate your help with really trying to support what your community is trying to do for our community. And this is for adults and children. For some of you that are on here, I know you fought battles before for getting a hearing device, but just to quickly educate you, There are currently 26 states that have insurance coverage in place for hearing devices. However, not all of those 26 states cover the devices we need. They cover traditional hearing aids. They don't cover, osseointegrated devices, which is the Bahas and the cochlear implants. And the services also all vary from state to state. And so it's quite the battle. But what Allie's Act would do is every state would benefit from the services in our bill because it's a national level bill. It is not just state level. So, and it's, Rachel has been helping me tremendously with this. We've both gone to Capitol Hill. We've advocated together. And this is important. It's near and dear to her as an adult with Microtia and Atresia, who realized she was struggling with her hearing, as the years went by and after the cholesteatoma. And then for the rest of us, when your child is also born with Microtia and Atresia, some seem to do better than others, but a lot of them really struggle to hear. And so we need to make this right, and we need to get what we need for our children and for adults. And also with these insurance plans that are currently in place, they stop at different ages. So to my knowledge, the state of Idaho has the best coverage so far. And you know what? For a hearing device such as a Baha, they stop covering at age 26. I don't know about you, but if my child turns 26, I don't think their hearing loss is getting better, going away, or improving. So we need insurance coverage to cover our children as they go into adulthood and throughout adulthood. So Allie's Act would cover from age birth to age 64, just before Medicaid would kick in. So, thank you, Katie, for what you're doing. It's amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Can I get a picture of you guys again here? Hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile pretty. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you so much, Katie. And thank you again. We really appreciate you and all that you're doing and your family's doing. And JJ is beautiful. So your photos with him and your husband, and they're just beautiful online. So thank you for sharing all of this with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
So Rachel, there are some questions that came through our chat about Katie's bracelets. So it sounds like the link will be posted in chat for Katie's Instagram page for those who are interested in buying those bracelets. I think, Melissa, you were looking for that link. We'll also have it posted on your community again. We've been posting all week. It's actually the past 3 weeks. Just you can go back and find it that way too. And then one of our board members has joined us today from Canada. Cindy is on, and she wanted to know if the bracelets can be sent to Canada. Cindy, we'll find a way, but right now, just so you know, I've tried to personally ship things abroad, and even if it's just to you as our neighbor to the north, it's very difficult right now with COVID. I would just say wait, but we'll get you one along the way, okay? I'll find one, and then when I see you next, or when COVID is better, I think we can get it to you. It's just things are getting tied up in customs, and even trying to ship to like Ecuador, which I know is not Canada, but UPS and many of the facilities, FedEx, they're not always delivering and shipping to every city that they have in the past because of the pandemic. So it's just making things a little bit more difficult. But I appreciate you wanting this, Cindy, and your support as always.
Oh, I get it. I love you guys, and we're huge supporters. I know Dorada wanted to be here, and Otakon and Medell and stuff like that wanted to be here. So I know they're going to be supporting the Canadas tomorrow. And I've got my tank top on because yes, I'm in Canada, but surprisingly we're in a heat wave right now. So we're loving it. And James was on earlier wearing his shirt. I took a picture and I put it on social media just so electronics mean a lot for young children. So I know Jameson he came on and he left, and so did Allie. So we get it. But we're all here up north and we're supporting all of you guys. And it's just happy Microtia Day. We're so excited to be here. I'm super excited. And I know for a lot of us that, I think everyone, because you guys are all over the US, all over the world, and I'm in Canada, and this is a wonderful chance for all of us to get together and finally meet each other. There's so many people that I've known I've been with the community, 8, 9 years now. And the only one that I've actually ever met is you, Melissa. And then I know I've FaceTime Heidi a couple of times. So it's just like, wow, hi, everybody. We're all real people. So happy Microtia Day. And our little ears are amazing. And I cannot wait till tomorrow to see everyone's pictures. Because we're wearing it with pride and I have to work 10 hours, but I'm wearing my Microtia shirt with pride tomorrow. So look forward and thank you guys. Thank you, Rachel and Melissa and everyone else.
Cindy, smile pretty real quick. So real quick before we move on with Cindy. Cindy is in Canada, as she mentioned, and last year for National Microtia Awareness Day, she managed to have the downtown lights changed to our awareness blue on the major Hamilton, Ontario sign. And it was amazing. And there was also another building that they also highlighted in our blue color. So
and that will happen again next year. Unfortunately, there were circumstances this year that were not COVID related. So that didn't quite happen, but next year it is. And I'm already starting for next National Microtia Day here in Southern Ontario. So we're going to go big as long as COVID is good.
Well, hang in there. We're all hanging in there too.
We're all together.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cindy. And I also wanted to, I have two things I'd like to say before I introduce our final guest for today. But I just wanted to say it's so wonderful. I have one of my best friends on here. Her name's Perry, and she doesn't have hearing loss or Microtia and Atresia. She's just here the whole event today to support. So I just wanted to say it's so wonderful to have friends and people who are really trying to support all of us here at Ear Community. So thank you to everybody out there who is here just for the ride.
Hey, Perry, I unmuted you if you wanted to just say hi, because we appreciate you supporting Rachel.
Yeah, hi. I've been following especially all the stuff with Allie's Act for the last few months, and every time I talk to Rachel, I'm just so surprised that this is still something that has to be fought so hard for. So I'm excited to keep supporting it and waiting for it to get passed.
Hey, Perry, can I get a picture of you? If you don't want me to take a picture, just tell me, and everyone is the worst critic with pictures. We're like, oh no. Melissa's taking pictures again. Okay, smile pretty. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
All right.
And just to add, Melissa and Rachel, that this day has gone really well, that I've got messages on Messenger, asking throughout the world. There's a few people that have joined throughout the world, and I don't want to enunciate their names wrong, so I'm not going to say their names. But they've asked, what time, how many hours till National Microtia Day, because I got to do the time change and stuff like that. So Melissa, you starting the Ear Community online, it's been fabulous. So we've all been connected and we can all communicate together so we can all join in together.
Thank you, Cindy. We wouldn't be community without each and every one of you. So thank you.
And so we have a very special final guest, and after this guest, we will announce the winner of the Allie's Act bracelet and mask chain giveaway. So just wanted to let you all know that we'll be doing that. And again, the link is in the chat for you to sign up. So without further ado, our final guest, I also had the honor of meeting this wonderful person at the Vanderbilt Ear Community Picnic last year in Nashville. And he's amazing. He's an incredible musician, and he was recently aided with a bone-anchored hearing device. So today we have the honor to both watch him perform and also listen to his experience. So here is Cole Shuda.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying. I want to make sure that I'm going to see if I can, because I have a mic set up here. I just want to see if it's actually connecting.
So Cole, we hear you, but you are not very loud. If that helps you with your equipment.
Is it any better now?
Yes.
And let me see if I might have to move. I think it's just coming from my webcam because I was having trouble with this a little earlier. I was hoping maybe it wouldn't. misbehave, but it might. Let me try this one more time. Is that better?
Yes, that is great.
Okay, perfect. So I can play first or whatever you'd want me to do. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to play a song first or talk a little bit.
Well, Cole, I think Rachel and I would love to hear a little bit about your story. And you recently were just aided yourself. So maybe share with us as a musician and having Microtia and Atresia with one ear, how this has improved your hearing, especially being as this is your career.
Yeah, so I'm Cole Shuda. I was born with right side Microtia and Atresia, and we never really sort of explored too much of being aided, although I know that there's always been something to aid kids starting from really young over the years, and obviously technology has just gotten better and better. And I actually don't have my ear on since I can't have it under the headphones right now. But I'm going on, how long has it? It was just this summer that I got my surgery. And after learning a little bit more about it at Vanderbilt and going down to Nashville, it was last summer, I didn't realize that we had that available. Obviously, we're still fighting a lot of the insurance issues, and I feel fortunate enough to have been able to get it. But I know that there's so many people out there that are still struggling, and it was quite a process for myself. Luckily, with Rachel and Melissa's help, and just being able to talk to other people in the community and sort of get an idea for how to apply and all of that, I was able to sort of move on to actually getting the surgery this summer. So it was kind of a whole year between last summer and then to this summer, and had the surgery, and it has opened up a whole new world for me, because I went to school for music business, but I also play music, and I do mixing and music production. And there was just this wall that was pretty much impossible to overcome with just one-sided hearing, because if I'm sitting here and I'm recording and I'm mixing things, or I'm trying to even learn a song, I've always had decent hearing on my one side, but I could not hear in stereo. And I would always sort of have these internal conversations with myself, I think I can try to learn a little bit more of how to mix and how to listen better to music, and pick out the different instruments and things as I explored audio engineering and that side of music. But I got to a point where it wasn't, I couldn't get any further. I felt like I was stuck. And going to Vanderbilt and meeting more and more people through ear community sort of helped me realize that maybe I need to look into this. And I first started my stereo journey using Aftershocks headphones. And those are basically, for anyone that hasn't heard of them or seen them, they basically go around the back of your head and just right in front of your ears. And it's bone conduction hearing, which the technology for that just absolutely blows me away. And I'm still showing anyone that I meet that sees me wearing them or hears me mention it, how awesome it is. And just how I was able to listen to music in stereo. So that was kind of the of my journey. If I can saw my video go. While I troubleshoot that, can everybody still hear me?
Yes. We can still hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, but anyway, so that was kind of the first half of my journey. And then I went on to actually getting the surgery and getting my Baha. And that was just absolutely incredible. Not only is my is my experience better to do what I love to do with music, playing, listening, mixing and the music production side of things. And that was kind of the thing that was really forward in my mind. Still do everything to positively impact my life. I can just going out and being with friends, being with family, is just, I don't even have the words to describe just how much it helps me, and how much I have, just being able to communicate better and listen to the people that are around you, and not have that barrier. I never needed to be aided when I was younger. My parents decided that since I could hear okay enough to be able to be in a classroom environment, that was never a pressing concern for me, being able to hear on my left side. But there's just so much more of life to experience, and especially being a musician. It's absolutely incredible. How it's impacted in ways that I didn't even really think about. So that's really, really, really great. And I like to be able to share that experience with other people. I have so many people asking me when I'm at work, or people that I meet, just about how everything sort of works. And so, yeah, it's been a really fun experience so far, and I know it's kind of just starting for me. So being able to hear life in stereo.
That's really great, Cole. Thank you so much for sharing that. In fact, I'll probably end up sending you an email, because I personally have some questions, even for myself. And so thank you really for sharing your experience. And I'm really glad that it's going so well for you. It must feel amazing.
Well, and Rachel just ordered aftershocks too. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of our kids use them. And Rachel, I told Rachel, well, try these. She's trying to. So Rachel, you can feel free to touch on this as well. But sometimes when we have surgeries behind our ears, there's scar tissue left in the surgery, and it hurts.
Yeah, I have a really big scar behind my ear, and I wear Medell's Adhere, so it's just an adhesive adapter that I stick on, and it's really great, except for sometimes because of my scar, it hurts. So, I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the best option for me going forward, but definitely the idea of getting implanted like you have, Cole, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, and I can take this one side off and just show. So I did have reconstructive surgery here. It wasn't just fear of bullying and and dealing with people in the school system, but we also I'm really fortunate because I do wear glasses now, sometimes contacts and sunglasses, and so that helps. I know that there's solutions definitely for people who don't want to go through the surgery, or while you're trying to make the decision, but sort of the other uses kind of came into play in addition to just wanting to explore the reconstructive surgery. But I don't know if you can see, it might be hard because my hair is kind of long.
I see it.
But there's the abutment that it attaches to. It's as of a couple weeks ago, it's really healed nice, which I'm really lucky. There's once in a while, there's they have a cap that you wear while it heals, and once in a while they might just have you wear it a little bit longer. Everybody is different. Sometimes it heals quicker for some people than others, and sometimes it takes like an extra 2-3 weeks, at most I think a month. But for the most part, I'd say it's 97-98% of people that have the abutment and the screw installed usually don't have any issues other than maybe like the healing process, and just sort of keeping it clean is a big thing. With my longer hair, sometimes it'll get sort of wrapped around it at times, and it's just sort of doing that every day. So, but all of that is worth the exchange to be able to experience life in kind of how I wanted to and how it's intended to be. So yeah.
Well, thank you again for sharing this. I'm really happy for you, and I know that you have a musical performance for us today as well. So we're really excited to hear this.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking a little bit about I was like, what do I want to do? What do I want to play? Because I listen to anything and everything. And I talked a little bit with my mom, who I believe is here, and as well as a few of my friends, my girlfriend, and I totally forgot about this, but I sort of made my own arrangement of Blackbird by the Beatles.
Nice.
And in it, I believe I had it and I performed it at Vanderbilt, but I've added another verse to it that I really enjoy having it being in there in my arrangement. And there's a lot of people that reminded me that I did it. So I thought, hey, I'm actually gonna do that. I think that works perfectly for this event. So just making sure I'm tuned up here. Can everybody hear the guitar okay?
Yes. And real quick, can I get you to smile pretty? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Cole. We're excited.
Singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take those sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Singing in the dead of night, take your only ear and learn to hear. Have no fear, you're only waiting for this moment to draw near. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. for this moment to arise.
That was amazing, Cole. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Hey, Cole. So we have a family joining us from Ethiopia. She's a very good friend of mine that I've known over the years that found your community. And she just said that her son knows that song he's playing. It's beautiful. So you've reached the world. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much again, Cole. We're very touched by your music and appreciate everything you've shared with us today. So thank you to everyone here at this event. I think it was one of the most wonderful events, and I've had a really great time.
I have too, Rachel, and I just want to say a couple things here. Oddly enough, because of the pandemic, with everything becoming virtual, we've been able to connect with even more of our community worldwide. And all of our events this year, we had families join from Chile, Dubai, Canada, Mexico. This one alone is South Africa, Ethiopia, Canada again. It's amazing how things work out sometimes. So while the pandemic is not great, it shined a light on our community by bringing the rest of us together from everywhere where families can't join our picnics typically. We even had a mom from the Ukraine on our first event for Pennsylvania earlier in August. She was trying to raise money to come here to the United States to attend one of our Ear Community picnics. And she was feeling pretty sad about that. And then the pandemic hit and she found out about our virtual event and she joined us. So she just wanted to be educated on all of the options. And it was truly amazing that we can still bring everyone together. So I'm happy about that. I wanted to say thank you to one of our other board members who is also on with us, Melissa McClellan. I see you, girl, sitting there. I would like to just extend a huge thanks to Melissa and her family. Her husband, Jamie, works for UPS in Kentucky, where there's a major hub. And Melissa not only has been a board member for coming up on 5 years now for our organization, but they have been so supportive. They have entered Ear Community into their giving campaign through UPS each year. And it's amazing. I think this year they will have brought in $8,000 to Ear Community. And just simply like going through your employer and asking them to give can help nonprofits like Ear Community. So Melissa, my heart goes out to you. Sorry if I get emotional, but it has been a complete struggle trying to keep Ear Community going. Each year we can never find enough funds, and you alone have helped us tremendously each year. And I can't even find the words to say thank you, but I want you to know that, right? Everyone has just been so amazing, becoming family and friends over the years and meeting everyone. And you've all helped Allie not be alone, my own daughter. So many thanks to everyone. And sorry, Rachel and Melissa and all my board members know that I always get emotional. So I always say whoever created waterproof mascara was a complete genius. So thank God for that. But that's all I wanted to say. I would like to try and get a picture of Melissa with Jameson and Moon again. And Melissa, if you can't gather him up, you can send one in. So Rachel, I'd like to open it up to you again and say thanks again.
Thank you so much, Melissa. You're amazing, and we're also appreciative for you. And I mean, you've changed our lives, you and Allie. So thank you so much. And so now I'd love to announce the winners of Katie's mask, chain, and bracelet. So without further ado, we have Jennifer Claiborne is the winner of the mask chain. Is Jennifer here?
Yes, I'm on here. I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, great. Yes, we can. Thank you so much. Congratulations for winning.
Thank you.
And
Yay, Jennifer.
Thank you so much for this.
thank you. And then for the Allie's Act bracelet, we have the winner is Christy.
Melissa, I have a cat and a kid.
Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. Let me get this picture, Rachel, before they all take off. We all know how hard it is. Hi, Jameson. Moon. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, that one. 1, 2, 3. Got it, Melissa. Thank you.
So Christy Smith, are you here? Christy Smith.
I don't think Christy is on. She's one of our other board members. I'm not seeing her in the list.
All right. Well, I have a, it's a computer generated raffle, so I can pick another name. Does that sound good, Melissa, to pick a second name? We have Beatrice Jones. Is Beatrice here?
Melissa Jones.
Hi. No, Beatrice is playing in the yard with her brother, but Beatrice's mom is here.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much. Congratulations for winning.
Thank you.
Well, so we will, we have both of your emails, Jennifer and Beatrice, and we will get that to Katie. And a special thanks to Katie again for doing this today. Oh, and we see little JJ here.
Yeah, can you guys unmute? We'd love to see JJ. Here, I'm gonna unmute you. I just unmuted you. Can you say hi?
If I sent in the chat, but if the winners just want to text me, and I can send you pictures of like the beads and stuff I have, so you can pick what you'd like. And there he is.
He's got some dried oatmeal on his face.
Oh, who doesn't nowadays? Hi, JJ.
There's my little side.
You want to?
Hey, you want to look at me?
Oh, what a sweet little ear.
Hi.
Oh, are you shy? Hi.
So, and I sent a picture, and I didn't mean to send it while he was singing, but I sent a picture too. I just kind of laid out bracelets if anybody wants to look and see. But I can do any like bead or combination, like any different color bead with letters or, whatever. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I see it in the chat. Perfect. JJ.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It was so wonderful. And happy National Microtia Awareness Day tomorrow. We hope to see all of your photos on Instagram and Facebook, and feel free to send direct messages to us of your photos. We love sharing all of the children and everybody online.
And a very, very special thank you to Rachel. This event would not be taking place today because I am way too busy. This was all Rachel's idea, and I'm so excited. I think it was quite amazing. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've loved every moment of today. And just seeing everyone. Rachel, you did a great job. Awesome. Thank you for bringing us all together.
Thank you guys for being here.
All right, so we did record this. We'll try and find a way to get that out there, and we appreciate everyone. Thank you to each and every one of you.
Hi.
Oh,
Thank you, Rachel, so much for all your hard work that you've been doing. And Melissa, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I know. I'm not here to make other people cry, really.
But you know how we're good at that. But
blame it on the Italian in me. Too emotional.